What's going on, everyone? Damon here. So I've put in over 225 hours into Crimson Desert. Yes, 225 hours. And the crazy part is, I still feel like I haven't seen everything this game has to offer. Like, I've done a lot. I've explored a lot, I've fought a lot, I've gotten lost more times than I probably should admit. But even after all that time, this game still finds a way to pull me back in. And that's what I want to talk about in this video. Not some full-on professional review, not a here's the perfect way to play video, not a best weapon, best farm, best build type of thing. This is just me talking about my experience with Crimson Desert after spending way too many hours in this world. And why I think this is one of those games you should take your time with. Because man, this game is not meant to be rushed. Now look, I get it. When you start playing a game like Crimson Desert, it's really easy to start looking up stuff. You hop on YouTube, and the next thing you know, your whole feed is filled with videos like best weapon in the game, best gold farm, do this early, don't make this mistake, best abyss gear setup, where to farm golden apples, get this before it's too late. And I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm innocent, because I've watched some of these videos too. I've looked up some stuff. I've watched videos about abyss gear. I've checked out where people were farming golden apples. I've looked up a couple weapon videos. So I'm not saying this from a place of, oh, I never look up anything. No, because I definitely have. But I tried to be careful with it. Keyword tried. Because I didn't want to completely ruin the game for myself. I didn't want to watch how to beat every boss before I got there. I didn't want to know where every secret was. I didn't want someone else's experience to become my experience before I even had a chance to play the game. And yeah, I slipped up a little bit. I watched a couple videos to find some weapons. But here's the funny thing. The weapons I actually use now, the ones I really like, those are weapons I found while I was just playing the game. I found them on my own journey. I tried them out. I liked how they felt. And now they're part of my playstyle. And that right there is what made me realize something. Sometimes the best part of a game like this isn't finding the best thing. Sometimes it's finding your thing. Because that's where I started seeing Crimson Desert differently. When I stopped worrying about what everybody else was doing, when I stopped thinking, am I using the right weapon? Am I farming the right spot? Am I building this the right way? Am I supposed to be doing this already? And I just started playing the game, that's when the game opened up. Because this world is massive. And I don't just mean the map is big. I mean there is so much going on. You'll be riding around trying to go do one thing, then you'll see something in the distance, and you're like, wait, hold on, what is that? Next thing you know, 45 minutes went by, and you're nowhere near where you were supposed to be. You're fighting random enemies, you're picking up materials, you're checking out some area you didn't even know existed. You're listening to NPCs say the most randomest stuff. You're messing with another system you didn't even plan on touching. And that's the stuff I love, because that's when it feels like an adventure. Not a checklist, not homework, not a race, an actual adventure. And man, the NPCs in this game, some of them say the funniest stuff for no reason. You'll be walking through an area, minding your own business, and somebody will say something that makes you stop like, did they really just say that to me? And I love that, because those small moments make the world feel alive. It's not always about the big boss fights. It's not always about the main story. It's not always the crazy cinematic moments. Sometimes it's the random stuff. The weird comments, the little interactions, the unexpected moments that happen when you're just out there doing whatever. That's what makes a game stick with you, at least for me. And the systems in this game, there are so many systems in Crimson Desert, it's actually crazy. You can fight, you can explore, you can farm, you can fish, you can mess with gear, you can test different weapons, you can chase resources, you can build your own farm, you can just wander around and see what happens. And I think that's why me and some of my friends have been so addicted to this game. Because every time you think you understand what you're doing, the game gives you something else to mess with. One more thing to upgrade, one more area to check out, one more system you didn't know about, one more fight that makes you rethink your whole setup, one more reason to say, alright, I'll play for a little bit longer. And we all know what a little bit longer means. That turns into another hour real quick. And real quick, if you're enjoying this video or you enjoy the streams, the Crimson Desert journey, the late night gaming sessions, and just hanging out with the community, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It helps the channel out a lot and it lets me know that you want more videos like this. And if you want to go a step further and support the channel even more, you can also check out the channel memberships. Memberships help support the streams, the videos, and everything I'm trying to build here with the Digital Squad. No pressure at all. Just know I appreciate every single one of you who watches, comments, subscribes, hangs out in the streams, or supports the channel in any way. Alright, now back to the game. But here's the main thing I really wanted to say in this video. There is no wrong way to play this game. And I mean that. If you want to look up the best weapons, do that. If you want to find the best gold farm, do that. If you want to min-max your build and make the strongest setup possible, go for it. I'm not here to tell you that's wrong, because for some people, that's fun. Some people love being efficient. Some people love finding the strongest build. Some people love figuring out the fastest way to farm, and that's cool. But if you don't want to play like that, you don't have to. If you want to sit there and fish, fish. If you want to farm, farm. If you want to ride around and explore, explore. If you want to wear something just because it looks cool, wear it. If you want to use a weapon because it feels good, even if someone online says it's not the best weapon in the game, use it anyways. Because you're the one playing. Not the guide, not the YouTube video, not the comments, not the person telling you that your build is wrong. You. You're the one in the world. You're the one fighting. You're the one exploring. You're the one making the memories. So play it the way you want to play it. And I'm saying that because I've had to remind myself of that too. There were times where I caught myself wondering if I was doing things the right way. Like maybe I should be farming this. Maybe I should be using that. Maybe I should be watching more videos. Maybe I should know where everything is already. But then I had to take a step back and be like, why am I rushing? Why am I trying to turn this into a job? Why am I letting other people decide how I experience this game? Because that's what can happen. You start off just wanting a little help. Then before you know it, you're not discovering anything anymore. You're just following steps. Go here, pick this up, farm this, use this weapon, put this gear on, fight this way. And again, there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you enjoy. But for me, I don't want to take a game like Crimson Desert and turn it into a checklist. Because this game deserves more than that. This is the type of game where you should slow down a little bit, look around, try things, mess up, change your setup, try a weapon just because it looks cool, go somewhere you weren't planning to go, get lost, and then laugh when you realize that random detour became one of the best parts of your play session. And look, I have to give credit where credit is due. The devs have been doing an amazing job with this game. From what I've seen, it feels like they've actually been listening to the players. They've been paying attention. They've been keeping up with the game. They've been making changes. They've been improving things. And when you've put in over 225 hours into a game, you notice stuff like that. You notice when a game feels abandoned. And you also notice when it feels like the people behind it actually care. And with Crimson Desert, it really feels like they care. That makes a difference. Because when a game already has this much going on, and then you see the devs still listening and still working on it, that makes you want to keep playing. That makes you want to see where the game goes. Now, is Crimson Desert perfect? No. And I'm not going to sit here and act like it is. No game is perfect. There are always going to be things that could be better. There are always going to be systems that people love and some people don't care about. There are always going to be moments where you're like, okay, that could be cleaned up. But even with that, I've had a great time with this game. And I think the reason I've enjoyed it so much is because I finally started playing it my way. Not the internet's way, not the best build way, not the rush through everything way, my way. And that's when the game started feeling special. So if you're playing Crimson Desert right now, or maybe you're thinking about getting into it, here's what I would say. Take your time. For real, take your time. Don't rush through this game just to say you got through it. Don't feel like you have to copy someone else's build. Don't feel like you have to find the best weapon immediately. Don't feel like you have to farm the most efficient spot all day. Don't feel like you're playing wrong just because your journey looks different. Experience the game. Let yourself get pulled into the world. Try the weapons you want to try. Wear the armor you want to wear. Fight the way you want to fight. Explore the places that catch your eye. Talk to the NPCs. Listen to the funny lines. Fish if you want to fish. Farm if you want to farm. Grind if you want to grind. Ignore the grind if you don't care about it. That's what makes this game so good. It gives you the freedom to make it your own. Because after 225 plus hours, that's my biggest takeaway. Crimson Desert is not just a game you rush through. It's a game you experience. It's a game you get lost in. It's a game where you create your own journey. And yeah, guides can help. Tips can help. Videos can help. But don't let somebody else's playthrough replace yours. Because some of the best moments I've had in this game were moments I didn't even plan. Weapons I found on my own, places I randomly walked into, fights I was absolutely not ready for, NPC lines that caught me off guard, systems I didn't even know existed until I accidentally ran into them. That's the stuff I remember, not because it was the most efficient, but because it was mine. So yeah, 225 hours later, I still love Crimson Desert. And if you're playing it, I hope you don't feel pressured to rush. I hope you don't feel like you have to play exactly like everybody else. Just take your time, enjoy the journey, play it your way. Because this game is meant to be experienced and not rushed. And I want to hear from you. When you play games like this, are you the type of person who looks up everything first? Or do you like jumping in, getting lost, and figuring it out as you go? Let me know down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and come hang out with me during the live streams. And again, if you want to support the channel a little more, memberships are available too. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.